Super 7 Thundercats Wave 8. Let's jump right in. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. We're checking out 3 out of the 4 figures in the wave because I didn't pick up, I think it was Wily Cat. I didn't pick that one up. So let's check out what we've got. Immediate impressions with Alluro, the purple. I feel like it's such a dope, subdued shade of the color. His portrait, I mean, he looks just like the cartoon. Rockin'. Quick look at the back. Beautiful piece of artwork. And his bio. Pause that and check that out. Captain Shiner, immediate impression was the paint on the portraits. It looks wonderful. Look at those butt cheeks on that chin. I'm excited to check him out. Captain Shiner. Nice artwork. Quick bio. You know what? Captain Shiner, you know what I realized when I got him out of the box today? I was like, damn, there's a lot of captains on Third Earth. You know what I mean? They've got Captain Shiner. They've got Captain Hammerhand. They've got Captain Cracker. And last but not least, my choice pick from the wave, Hachiman. Immediate impression, that portrait. Man, that looks like the cartoon. Hell yes. Dope artwork. Bio. Ultimates. All right, in hand, immediate impressions. Alluro. Great weight to him. Nothing is wobbling around. We'll look at him closer in a second. Hachiman. I've got the samurai portrait on here just so we could admire what he looks like. Something that did pop out at me with this figure immediately as I took him out of the package. Yep, he's sturdy. Nothing wobbles all over the place. The sculpt looks wonderful. And if you look there at the back of the legs, we're going to have very limited range of motion because of the sculpting there on the pants. And we're going to take a closer look at Hachiman in a minute. Last but not least, Captain Shiner. My second most anticipated figure in the wave. And unfortunately, this guy, I don't know if you spied it while I was talking there, but he's got a massive gap here in the torso. And that's why I kind of go step by step, you know, with my immediate impressions, you know, the unboxing and everything. Because it's a whole experience, you know. If I was an in-box collector, I probably wouldn't have caught the shadow. But if you look at that, back into it, the cut exposes in the front. If you lean them forward, the cut exposes in the back. If you lean them to the left, it exposes on the right, you know, and so on and so forth. It just seems like the plastic is warped. And I've tried pushing it way in, but I can't even force it down so that it seals everywhere. And not only is that gap unsightly, he wobbles, you know, and there's no tension there in the swivel. I'm starting to wonder if there's a saboteur in one of Super 7's factories that's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm sabotaging. I'm sabotaging Super 7 because I can't explain this. I don't understand. Is that a QC thing? I look forward to seeing other reviews. That's the first thing I'm going to do after I upload this one. Because damn. Close look at the portraits. First, the initial portrait that he comes with. There's all kind of shading on the face. Different tones. And it looks absolutely wonderful. This little, oops, I pulled out the crossed arms. So that's a feature. So let's go ahead and skip up to that real quick. Constructed well. Good snaps on both arms. And you'll get about 90, a little less than 90 at the arm there. And then you've got the crunch and stuff. And this belt, it sits over the crunch, so that's nice. This piece is what I wanted to show you. It comes out so that you can swap out the portraits. And you can plug them all right back in there on the belt. Then he has slightly gritted teeth look. And last but not least, he's yelling. I love the paint, and they nailed the sculpt. I mean, it looks like the cartoon. He looks just like the cartoon. Except in the cartoon, he didn't have his abdomen sliced open like that. You know, with his intestines hanging all over the place. A nice bright red, bright yellow. I love the purples that they got going on here and the pink there. Looks really nice. At the leg, you're going to get less than 90. A little bit of wobble up here. Very minimal. And a little bit of swivel there at the knee. And a generous rocker. Down, up. I love this. It looks so nice. So you got 1, 2, 3 shades of purple. Really dope. I think he looks wonderful, man. I think he looks wonderful. I wish it didn't have that. Damn, that sucks. I hope it's only this. I hope it's only mine, you know. I hope it's not the whole production run of this particular figure. He also comes with the crossed arms, as you saw. He comes with the Imodium P34Q Dilator Abominator. And he also comes with the Sword of Omens with the eye wrapped. And I remember that episode, just not explicitly. He's pointing, pew, what's up, buddy? He's hitting fists. And he's got some different emotive hands. Let's move on over to boom boom Aluro. I think the deco looks so dope. This is super insanely soft. Like, it's insane soft. And that's awesome. I wish all plastic goods were like that. This is thicker, but it's very soft. So super nice there. I love just the tones. Everything complements each other. Nice gold here. Super soft belt. Got wobble in the torso. You've got tension there in the swivel. The hair is super soft, as I mentioned. But in this particular character, he doesn't have a neck. So unfortunately, even though you're not going to have a problem with swiveling because of the hair, you will have a problem with swiveling because he doesn't really have a neck. So when you swivel, it just looks weird. These little belts are loose. That's nice. Over here. This is painted on, but it's super well painted. And while we're there, he'll give us our 90. He'll give us our split, our forward back. And he gets the best 90 out of the 3 that I got from the wave. And he will have no problem sitting if you want him to sit somewhere. Big old feet give you a good base. Look at the portrait there. That is the cartoon image. Portrait number 2. So cool. He comes with a ton of accessories as this thing, which I broke straight away as I was trying to insert this end into these orbs that he comes with. And oh, look, of course I'm wrong after I broke it. I mean, maybe I could Gorilla Glue it. I could Gorilla Glue it, you know, and it would look like that. He also comes with the chest of illusions and delusions. Skull right there. And you open it up, and it has the serpents of fantasies and fantasies. He's got a map of somebody's kidneys. And this is actually like cardboard. Shackles. Emotive hand. Weapon hand. Hey, you hand. Talk to the hand. And hell yeah, Aluro is in the house. Next up, Achiman. And that's our last look there with that portrait. And now we'll have the other one. And that thing looks so dope, bro. It looks just like the cartoon, and they have all this sculpting for musculature on his face and just all this really nice chiseled look. They nailed the look. His eyes are dead center. Beautiful paint on that. They've got some shading, some blush. This medallion here on the torso is removable. The alternate straight up just samurai suit look. And I don't remember exactly what this medallion is. It looks kind of like the cat on Cat's Lair, but I don't really remember for sure. I also have him here featuring, whoops, that comes off, featuring his sheath for his samurai sword, and that kind of goes into this white loop. So that's a nice feature. Let me show you what it looks like without that. You got 90, your swivel, and man, I want to say that's like 45 degrees there at the elbow. And that's disappointing. You know, for your samurai, you want him to get some dynamic poses. If Achiman had to go and train at the school where Conan had to train, and he showed up there with this, he'd get that kick to the balls like that other guy did. But otherwise, it looks wonderful here on his side. And, you know, in theory, you could do some work with it. You could get some decent shots, you know. Back split, full split, and at the legs, man, that's like 15 degrees of range. off of the center line, you know? That's crazy. That's crazy. And I understand the design choice because of the sculpting back here. I get it. And he just looks so wonderful. He just looks so wonderful. Got a couple of badass stances. You got good wobble in the head, you know, so you'll get some nice looks out of him. He can look up there for you. He can look down. Tension there in the swivel. A little bit of wobble. Minimal forward and back. He's a looker and he looks absolutely wonderful. Got great articulation there in the rocker. Your down is great and your up is great. So what you're going to get out of Hachiman is a lot of those angular stances that you would see typically from samurais. He's just not going to get a very deep crouch here, but the size of his feet are good and you will get a good base out of him. I will say that. Let's look at his accessories. He comes with an additional katana that is electrified there. You know, he has the extra portrait. Give you another look at that. Katana holding hand with a thumb. Emotive hand with fists. And that's really dope for those just kind of like standing poses that he does a lot of. And he's also a pointer. This entire wave is made up of people that are not putting up with no shit. You know what I'm saying? If you are putting out bullshit, they're gonna step up and they're gonna point the finger at you and they're gonna let you know, hey, you, it is you. All right, so for today's themed comparison, we're gonna look at other villains in the Super 7 Ultimate's Thundercats line, and we're also gonna kind of like focus on scale a bit here. So I'm just making some space. First up, I'll bring out Mirror Lion-O. Let me move Captain Shiner over here since people really want to see what the height is on Alluro. And you see, Alluro is a tall guy. Jackalman. Monkeyin. The other captains. That's a wonderfully sculpted figure. All of these figures are wonderfully sculpted. And I'll bring out another wonderfully sculpted figure, Vulture Man. And you see, he's a big dude. I'll also bring out Groon the Destroyer. Beautiful figure, and Groon is an absolute beast, bro. I love Groon, bro. And last but not least, I will bring out Mumra, the ever living. He's a savage. He's an absolute savage. I'm loving the Thundercats line from Super 7 as we transition into our final thoughts. I'm excited to get the Cat's Lair in hand. I feel like they've hit a grand slam with the Thundercats line. This is the definitive Thundercats line ever as of today's date, right? There is nobody out there that has a line that can compete with this. This incident here with Captain Shiner is my first disappointment in the Thundercats line, and you know, it comes at a bad time. It comes at a bad time. Why couldn't Wily Cat be broken in the wave? I think there definitely has to be some gremlins in the factory or something. I don't know what the hell this is. Very, very dope. Wave 8 from Super 7 Thundercats. Very awesome in my opinion. As long as this is not a production-wide problem. If this is a production-wide problem with Captain Shiner, we need a reissue, you know? Like, this sucks. Hopefully it's just me. But that having been said, as always, everybody, thank you so much for coming out and sharing in the experience of collecting toys as an adult. And until next time, thank goodness, it's playtime.